gals, everybody's. I like what Mark says, guys and gals. I like it. Mark from Spirit Whisperer. I'm on headphones for a reason. I do not want any background noise from outside to come and interfere. So I did my little trick when I was in the meditative thing. I'm going to stick it there. It is 2:41 p.m. here on Monday in Melbourne, Australia. And it is November 11th, 2024. Interesting today. I just watched a video that made sense about content. It was interesting about reactions to videos in content. I was wondering about that. I was also wondering how people react to the situation. Because we're all human, and we're all trying our best to figure things out. I wonder if... I'll just describe what happened last week. I never did, actually. I just gave a live reading, well, channeling. Which, thank you for watching. That was awesome. Hey, Harley, honey. Hi, gorgeous. Hey, Michelle, what's up? And literally, not last Thursday, the Thursday prior. I know. I've been hiding. That's why I appreciate it. 2 Thursdays ago, my tailbone, hey, hello, Anne. I saw your question before. She has to go cook, I understand. And I was in the... my husband took a week off anyway, because he wanted like a vacation time before the holidays, because everybody takes holidays for Christmas, especially here, because in the Southern Hemisphere, you get a lot of time off. You get like, parental leave, you get, like father time. If you have a child, the father can take parental leave. It's really good. But he earned quite a lot of time, so he only used like 2 or 3 of his vacation days, and he was home, which is great for a week, because we had a couple of days off during the week. And long story short, I was planning to do a lot to get things moving, move things, pack things, build things, shift things, like stuff in the corner there you see that was going to be reorganized. You wouldn't be seeing black stuff in the corner. That's a suitcase, because I live out of my clothes are in a suitcase. They're not in like a dresser or anything. If ever you wondered, there's her clothes. Reality is, Thursday, I read something that I thought was interesting. And I had a feeling it triggered it. And it had to do with family and opinions. And like I said, I don't mind what people believe in. I really don't. It's not me. It's not my thing. I care that you, or as an individual entity, you find a way to be more unity conscious with everything that is around you, no matter what you do or however you do it. So unity consciousness is really coming into play right now in my head. With the election especially, certain, let's just say those that were closest to you, that brought you into the world more so, that were supposed to be around you and take care of you, not just, parents, but others, made comments that are interesting, and I didn't find them very unity conscious. They weren't very friendly. They weren't very nice, and it was pure anger. And it's kind of like a product of the propaganda machine that was going on in the States, especially for the election. And I feel for you guys. It's in my eyes. Let me just tell you, the amount of pain that you guys were suffering. Like, I'm going to adjust my back already. It's much better now, I'll tell you that much. But thank you to John Beanie as well, because he actually did a wonderful, gorgeous extraction from my tailbone. And he went by the tailbone area of the base chakra, and he said, your base chakra just said, what the and he wasn't kidding. He goes, it's cursing up a storm. And I'm like, yeah, it is. So he did like this amazing energetic clearing. So honestly, if you need help, go to John Beanie. He is amazing. Amazing. Shout out to him. Thank you, my friend, for that. I needed it very badly. On back to my silly ranting. Yeah, he is. So, what am I ranting about? I'm just kind of saying it's interesting because I saw something that was not very friendly. And I thought, hey, why don't we try to make this work better? Why don't we try to. And then all of a sudden, I just heard it, I didn't realize I internalized it, but my body did. And then I went to make the bed that I'm sitting on. And I literally broke my tailbone, my coccyx bone, again, as if it was broken for the first time. Really, for the first time. 26 years ago. Now that's meaning I couldn't walk, I couldn't move, I couldn't sleep very well, everything. Like you ask, can you get up and go to the bathroom? I barely could stand to go to the bathroom. And that was about 5 days of absolute pain. And I was picking up all the collective pain. Now, this is not me, I'm special and no. I pick up collective pain. This is what I do. I do this. I pick up what's around. I'm an energy reader. I read and intuitively pick up energy. I work with energy. I create with energy. Not manipulate, but create in a positive manipulation of energy. So when I pick up the intensity of what's going on over there for you guys, ouch, is not the word. And I was in bed for 5 to 6 days straight. So by Thursday of last week, I finally got better. By Friday, I was walking. By Saturday, I was able to stand in the shower without almost like gripping onto like things, like bars and things so you could stand. And then by Sunday, it was good. And now we are Monday. So now I'm good. But it took this time. Now, why do I say all this? Because there's an issue. I think the world right now is having issues. It is hard to face what's being unearthed. I don't know what is the right way to say. I'm just going to say it. I feel people have to be careful what they think right now and what they're doing. Like everyone is saying beautifully. I think Michelle just left. I'll see you later, honey. And enjoy your dinner, Anne. Your beautiful family. I see that people are trying to make sense, and it's not easy right now. And the difficulty is that not everybody's going to be able to make sense of this. My thing was, I thought by now, the anger, the vitriol, the language that I saw in those posts that I saw, that were politically based, yes. A lot of the F word. And every group other than, let's say, Caucasoids. And these are not from actual pure Caucasoids. Yes, I'm fair-skinned, but guess what? I am Middle Eastern. Probably guessed it. I probably hinted at it. And being Middle Eastern, let's just say one of the countries that Mr. Drumpf, his real last name is Drumpf. That's the original name, by the way. And I only call him Pussy Grabber because he coined his own phrase. And it's not an insult, it's just what he did. He said, I grabbed him and they loved it. Hot mic or not, it's just what he did. He was proud of it, and he goes, good for me. I'm great. I get to sexually abuse people. No, don't think so. Absolutely not. So you coin it, you own it, it's yours. That's all I got to say. And so I'm very careful with my words and how I present myself. Very. If there are any choice words for me, trust me, you will be blocked and removed very quickly. I have ways of doing that too. My husband's a hacker. Enjoy yourselves. Don't try it. He has ways of finding you, and you're not going to like it. Just a warning. So, I saw language that was kind of detestable and nasty. Nasty. And I thought, F this and F them and F them and this and that. And like, you might have well just said, veterans and everybody in between. Because that's what it was. And it was a person very mega and very close to me. So yes, I'm fair-skinned for my peoples, but I'm not technically Caucasoid. Yes, I'm fair, but we're actually olive. We're the darker tones. We're the ones that are supposed to look more, let's say, Indian, which I'm not, but yes. And one of the countries that Mr. Trump wanted to remove us from directly when he was last time pretending to be in office, because I think he definitely stole it then with the help of Russia, and that was proven with the Mueller report, but we'll find that out in the future. That this is the case. Yeah, that these people were the ones he was targeting to say, go, get out, we don't want you here. And he said very clearly, my conteri will be, there's a hint, those people would be completely excused from living in the country of the United States. Whether you have a green card, whether you have citizenship, like green card is like a residency, right? Whether you have that does not matter. He would have sent you out. And yet that population voted for him in droves. I wonder what that was, and that's what triggered me in so many words. The collective energy and that. And I was wondering, how do we get back to unity consciousness? How do we? I have very different opinions to many people's opinions, and that's okay. Even beautiful Harley here. Sorry, I didn't forget your name, sorry. And I still love that she's a wonderful, beautiful human being. You really are. And I have no judgment on you, and I will never judge you for your opinions or who you are. And I know I just went on I watched a live and I made an opinion, and the other person completely, respectfully disagreed. I held back. What did I hold back, darling? What am I holding back, my sweet? You gotta tell me. Or I hold back. I don't know. I'm holding something back, or sorry, that's my specificness. That's the neurodivergence in me. So I'd love a little more description. And it was good. At least that's in a difference of opinion that you can just say. But then that's okay. Okay, good. Yes, I was. I did. I was. It went quiet. Thanks. Sorry about that, though. And that's like, just like this little mind blip just now. I almost said the person's name. Yes, a lot of people do say the people's real names, but not always. When they're watching, and that's okay. Not everybody wants to be known. Like if you do know someone's real name behind the title name on the screen, like mine, you don't always, they don't always want to be known, and that's perfectly fine, and that's respectable. But you see, I caught myself. She's right. I did catch myself to see the nice thing. A lot of people aren't catching themselves, is what I'm kind of saying as well. And I wonder what it will take for us as a community to accept everybody as they choose to be in the community, as they are. Now, I struggle with it because there are comments made about even Mr. Drumpf, Mr. Grabber. I call him Grabber to be politically kind without, because I don't like the P word in the first place. I think it's gross. But, he's Mr. PG, Mr. P Grabber. And to me, it's just because I know what he's done. He's now convicted for it. But that's not an insult, that's just a description. When others, and I get it, and I get there's emotion involved, yeah, there could be a lot of judgment there without realizing it. And this is not, I'm not making any judgment on anyone. I'm just stating even the differences we have spoken respectfully. Thank you. I appreciate you too. Very much. And that's where I'm not kind of struggling. So when, someone did ask me very beautifully, can we do a video for the community where maybe I go into trance, or some kind of channeling and, people ask questions. I thought about it and I thought, okay. But there was a boundary. There was an actual premise. It said it had to be done in unity consciousness with the intention and the feeling of unity consciousness. So if I'm going to be able to present them, they will not present themselves. I'm trying to get the back of my neck because I have, the weather in here is hot, on and off hot. So I'm just trying to cover certain parts. Because parts of my body are off. It's not me preening. I just don't care. See, this is bedhead as far as I'm concerned. So I don't do much to my hair. I wake up and that's what you get. We've allowed each other's opinions. You have handled, yes. The person, yeah, I have. All right, personal reasons are, I'll just say one word, family. No. No, I won't do it in hate and violence, no. And I won't like it because, I'm sure there are tons of people, there's so many people that have family and friends, or an acquaintances suddenly, and they're like, oh, we're great people, how nice they are. I'm poking my back. What nice people they are, they're fantastic. And suddenly they throw this wild card at you and you're saying, what in the world did you just do? What is that? Where did that come from? And then you just say, can I? Then that comes the grand question of, can they, as an individual, be friends with that kind of individual? This is how you adjust your back while you sit. And that's the problem, I find, that we're facing individually because it's coming out. I was watching Loretta Mother's Tarot, and I loved the fact that she said, yes, I had to get out of my system. Whatever it was, it had to come out. So don't be offended, but it had to come out. But right now I'm going to be doing this. And I thought that was wonderful. And I get that the readers are trying to follow along with things, but then I'm going to talk about something I tend not to talk about. Many have, and you could feel the hate, through the screen. Yes, that's what I'm feeling. People may not agree, but there is no space for hate. Exactly, in separation. I agree with you, Harley. I do. 1,000,000%. Because even actors like, and I say actors because we're all acting, we're playing a role. My role is pretty much, like I told beautiful Harley, I said, I would love to be a tree in the background. I am the set. I don't want to be an actor. I don't need a part and I don't need any lines. I just want to be the tree. That's it. I'm content. If that's my part in the play, I'm a happy person. But some need to have a microphone and some need to be leading and some need to be guiding, and which is all fantastic. Some need to be teaching. Some need to be following, which is wonderful too. Some support. Some take initiative. There's so many things I can say right now. But what is each individual actually doing for themselves to handle the situation is the question. Because that separation is palpable. And I don't know how that's going to work for people. It's an individual thing. And how do we individually handle things? Us as individual actors. Drumpf himself had a horrendous, grotesque upbringing. A non-emotive mother, openly, honestly exposing herself. Yeah, this is Mr. PG himself, Mr. Donald J. Drumpf. Yes, Drumpf. Um, Mother never loved him. It's just like Hitler's mom never loved him. Who knows if she was probably on some kind of alcohol? Who knows? But Hitler's mom was. That's pretty sad. Hitler lost his father quite young. Pretty sad. But his father wasn't a nice guy either. So, absentee mom, absentee dad, and then he had choices, but then he chose this way. Yes, I understand. So it's not so much the nature of the human, but they do have choices. And then there are those who have choices, but also get highly influenced by nature. And those are the ones that I call on the isms. Someone going on in the world that we need to come together to increase, yes, the light, not to add to the darkness. Even if we carry both energies, we can, yes, tilt the scales in either direction. It's exactly what I'm talking about. It's exactly what I'm talking about, Harley. Perfect. And then what happens when you have those who are overly sensitive, completely influenced, and then you have it influences just like that, just like Hitler does, and just like Donald J. Trump has, and a father who is a malignant, open malignant. Read Mary Trump's book. It is amazing. It's up to us to make a difference, and a positive difference. It's exactly right. It's exactly what I'm saying. How these people were not raised with love, no compassion, no. I just spoke to my husband. Spoiler alert, I live in a house with two neurodivergent men. One's my son, one's my husband. I don't really say that a lot. I know probably the last few times I'll say it. And ready? I'm on it too. I'm on the very, very, very end of the spectrum. But on the end that's very highly specialized. My specializations are obvious in the community, but the ones that you don't see, I'm an artist, I'm a teacher. I'm highly perceptive as an artist and a teacher. I could pick up your learning processes just by observing you. I could have been anything from a psychologist to a lawyer to a judge to anything other, but I just wouldn't have been someone who was bound by money and just looking for money for a job. So I could have easily manipulated people with advertising. I'm that good. But I don't use that gift for that. I use it for this community on purpose. That is my choice. And was I raised in a very happy little good-lucky house? No, I was not. So when I say Trump was not raised with someone happy, when I say Elon Musk was not raised by someone happy, being on the spectrum, and I'm closer to his, by the way. I asked my husband, as a male on the spectrum, and your mommy tells you what to do, and your mommy isn't like June Cleaver like he did. He had the most wonderful mother in the world. She still has. Sorry. She's still, thank goodness, with us. But she is amazing. I love her. I'm gonna cry. Cry. Love her. And, love tears. These are love tears. And that's when I hear, I get it. This is just for his mom, because I love my mother-in-law. So sorry. This is pure, I love the ground she walks on. My husband didn't have a mother like Elon Musk's. Why do I say that? Elon Musk went on SNL, Saturday Night Live, and what did he say? He comes on to host, and who's standing right there like a snake in the grass? Mommy, with that face on. I shit you not. This is what you look like. Nobody wants as his mother. As far as I'm concerned, I could see right through her and be like, whoa, you're a manipulative little, You took advantage of your son's brilliance, guided him to all these psychopaths. Yes, I said psychopaths. Not nice people, not kind. I don't use technical terms for fun, but the only word that came to mind. Socially unstable humans that only want power for themselves. And that's mommy, because mommy could see the potential of her son. And she says, here, go do this and build this. And do you need more sprockets or something? Okay, I made it up. But like, that's from Sprockets. Who knows Sprockets? Come on, Jetsons. Bad reference, but yeah, we're old, but I love it. So yeah, you need some more sprockets and some cords and some things. And here, build this, work this, do that. Use your brilliance. Make me rich. That's what I feel off of mommy. And what do you think Mr. Trump's mommy did? Nothing. What did daddy do? Nothing. But when he found out, read Mary Trump's books. She is brilliant. She is the daughter of the elder brother, Frederick Jr., and he had a torturous life because of his father. He was the eldest brother of the children and the son of the children, and he did not have a good life because of his father. Fred Trump is a masochistic sociopath. He is a horrible man. Energetically, I will never touch or go near him. I'm just going to say it right there. Mommy, I have touched. Mommy is just a shell of her own being, unfortunately. Fred Trump, the son died. Yeah. His son died from alcohol, I think. Yeah. Abuse, unfortunately. And when he was violent, apparently, I heard Mary say it. She was quite young, unfortunately, but it was induced by alcohol. And it's because he wanted to be a pilot. And Daddy, Fred, didn't care for it and said, no, if you're not going to be any use to me, then you know what? Then you're not use to anyone. You're just a waste of human space. Yeah, that's why he doesn't touch it. So, that explains the alcohol he doesn't drink. But yeah, he does do drugs. So let's just go there. He will go on like prescription drugs and things and think, oh boy, no, you're not. You're tapping into another, I guess they call narcotic at that point, or substance, and abusing it. I'm relaxing my leg as I'm moving. Sorry, guys, that's my hand. So this is what I'm trying to put out there. I am not defending Mr. Drumpf or Mr. Pussy Grabber. I am self-proclaimed him, I am merely stating, how do we have unity consciousness and still respect each other's opinions when it goes beyond just venting to judging? And I'm not pointing fingers, because let me tell you, I am not watching anyone, because I've chosen not to watch unless it comes up on my feed and you catch me live. I didn't watch you, and I'm so sorry. It's not because I'm banning anyone, or it's just I don't have that kind of timing, because I'm on Australian time and you guys are mainly at Northern Hemisphere time. And it just doesn't work time-wise. Time zones absolutely doesn't work for me. Unfortunately, because when you guys all pop up, it's my 4 or 5 in the morning, and I'm just like, damn it. I can't watch your lives. So if I pop in and say hi, 5 minutes later, believe I've gone to sleep, unfortunately. I'm so sorry. So it's not that I'm not watching you guys. And it's not the content is horrible. No, it's good. It's fantastic. It's necessary as a community. Vent. Get it out. Do it. Be you. I'm not telling you who to be or how to be. But we have to be careful as individuals, no matter what we do, what that fine line is when it's judging, whether it's ourselves or anyone else, or whatever the situation, or it's just being able to get it out of your system. Like I know when I ask my husband, I go, is that judgmental? He goes, yes. And I say, you know what, I'm sorry. I openly, straight out say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it then. That's not how it was intended. That's what I think needs to happen. We need to take a really deep breath and do the best we can with this. And I know people may not like what this message is saying, and that's perfectly fine. But I still stand by that Elon Musk is not... Listen, yes, he did make his own choices. When I asked my husband, who's on the spectrum as well, which is the autism spectrum, if you'd like to be going there. They just call it neurodivergent now, so just have fun. But it's just that spectrum. I'm on the Asperger's end. Far, far, far. I call it like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like I'm kind of balancing the neurotypical world and the not so neurotypical world all at the same time. It's a very strange world for me, trust me. And I do misunderstand things. So please know when I just go quiet, I'm reflecting. So it doesn't reflect upon anyone else. Hence the week of 0 contact until you got a video. You may not always agree with your kids or your loved ones or your friends, but it's not like you want to physically harm their life. Yeah, that's right. No one should wish any, yes, a member or any parties this way. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. I appreciate you understanding. Because I'm not trying to say here that you have to be like anyone else. No, just let it out. Like if that, listen, I love Jen Lin and that and the crew that does the Petty Boots. I think it's fun. Sometimes when I catch them, I can watch. I sometimes catch the timing. It's rare that I can catch that timing with Jen Lin and Johnny from Apprentice. I think I forgot the names now, but Johnny and Becca from Lenormand. And it's not easy to catch everyone. So when I catch you, yay, I'm excited. But I don't ever get a chance to see you guys, so sorry. I will do my best. I do a lot. I try to catch replays. But like right now, my son has decided to use the computer to play, so I'm not doing school right now. And at this moment, I should be teaching my son. That is the reality. But he opted for the computer, and I opted to compromise. So a little later, we'll do some schoolwork. This is what my day is full of. This is how I have to run my day differently. I didn't even eat yet, and it's 3 in the afternoon. That's how I function. It's a little screwed up, but it works for now. I think it's called intermittent fasting, but I'm not doing it on purpose. It's just what the body's doing. It's probably picking up the collective, too. It makes me not want to eat, which is a problem. But I will, I promise. And trust me, I'm not as svelte as I used to be, but hey, who knows? It might help. I'm not doing it for that. I will eat, trust me. I ate cookies. I ate half a box of cookies the other day. It was so good. Oh, my husband made them. Gorgeous butter cookies, vanilla cookies. So good. She goes, yes, Nicole, but your actions are a reflection of who you truly are. Oh, you're gorgeous. I know I'm not a chameleon, but you're gorgeous. Thank you, Harley. Honestly, thank you. Thank you. You're going to make me cry now. I think she made me cry when we talked, but she's going to make me cry again. That was very kind. Thank you. And so this is it. I don't think Elon Musk and the players like that know what they're doing. I think people like, what's his face, Turtlehead? Senate Turtlehead. I keep forgetting his name. Kentucky guy, right? He wanted to be head of the Senate guy. I keep forgetting. He looks like he talks like that. I'm not trying to make fun. That's what he sounds like. That's true. That's true. We do cloak though, because we're blue avians. We like to hide. He's more of a purposely icky kind of energy. Like he's an actor that chooses to be icky. Now I look at Elon and I look at his mother, and then I look at the people, like he went on Joe Rogan once and Joe's like, hey, let's try this, marijuana cigarette. And he didn't know what it was, right? Like he knew what it was, but he didn't know. But he was just kind of like, okay. But most people won't understand. What I'm trying to get to is that my husband, being the way he is, being raised by June Cleaver, she raised him in a very positive, genuine, loving, protective way, where benevolence is benevolence, kindness is kindness, manners are manners, morals and ethics are morals, and they're collective. It's not just an individual. I don't think his mother did that. So this guy, And most boys and men on the spectrum, on the neurodivergent spectrum, which we call the autism spectrum, amongst other things, I would say would be things that kind of come in and out of like ADHD and fun, things like that, right? And I call them fun because they're actually better. It's a smart, it's just like an extra intelligence. It's not a deficiency to me. See, there's open some air. And when the boys are growing up, if it comes to, I asked my husband, when it comes to your mother, if your mother said, do this, do this, do this, would you do it? And he said, yes. He said, and I said, if your mother told you that this is the best way to be, would you do it? And he said, yes. And I said, but do you see that with women on the spectrum? He said, no, I don't. Women on the spectrum are different, like me. We tend to be more emotionally connected verbally. Men on the spectrum are not. So when we can emote and speak with emotions, use the words that define the emotions or represent the emotions, it is much harder for a male on the spectrum to understand that. And here comes mommy, whether it's Drump's mommy, Elon's mommy, somebody's mommy, and they go, listen, kiddo, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make you a billionaire. You're going to make me a quadrillionaire. And we're just going to sit here. I'm going to take over the world. And I'm going to teach you to just say yes when you need to. And I'm going to take your free will from you. And that's what I feel of his mom. I'm not defending his actions, because yes, he chooses them. But they're influenced, as far as I'm concerned, by those around him. So if he's sitting there with Joe Rogan and he's just talking on a thing, and I think this went viral, I'm not sure, a while back, a couple of years now, at least. And Joe was like, smoking, who cares? I don't care what you smoke, just smoke, enjoy yourself, right? If you like marijuana, enjoy yourself. Not my issue. Really, go for it. Like, I have hemp oil in the house. I put it in my salad, it's quite nice. So the issue was, he didn't know to say no. He didn't know socially. He's so awkward. Like, I'm awkward. I am awkward. I'm an introvert. I told my husband that's exactly what I am. But he's beyond me. And he started smoking, and he's like, ooh, I mean, he's getting all trippy and being silly. And then I'm sure he said things. I wasn't watching the whole thing. I just saw snippets. And again, like I said, I catch things when I can. And he got in trouble with that in like social environment, media, blah, 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 consensus, whatever. And to me, that's silly. So this is not a defense to him. This is me saying, please, please, even if you have someone in your family that you know is on the spectrum or not, do yourself a favor and please understand every single person on a neurodivergent spectrum is different. Doesn't mean they're cruel. Doesn't mean they're unkind. They're influenced by something. And it could be outside. I honestly believe there is an outside being feeding Mr. Musk nasty, intuitive messages. And to that, he makes his decisions. And to that, yeah, all right, not cool. Not cool. And I can say what kind it is, but you can guess. It's called Draco's. Yeah, I said it. And all of you that just popped in, get out of my energy. Now. Just because I called them out, they popped in. I said, nope. Out. Second, I just put another protection. That's the difference. So I don't see that his intentions were cruel. I think he's completely manipulated. And I don't see him as wanting to be that kind of nasty. I think he thinks he knows what he's doing. He has no clue what he's doing. I think he thinks he knows what he's doing. And that is the dangerous part of him right now. So to that I agree. Oh, see? Yeah, that's mean to do that to someone. Yeah. Because there are a lot of people that throughout history have been like Hitler. Worked with the Dracos. Yes, they did. Back away again. I'm telling you, I'm going to get brighter and brighter. This screen's going to get too bright. Don't play. I wasn't talking to you guys, talking to them. That's how quick it comes. I don't play. I don't play, but he doesn't do that, does he? He probably takes it from them and doesn't realize. I think one of his things are called Dracos or something like that. So, just grain of salt. I think he's being influenced, whether it's mommy, whether it's something outside, influenced. And is it right or wrong? No, it is. But can it be better? Yeah. Can he make better choices? Hell yeah. Oh yeah. You know, is he making quite a few mistakes right now? Yes, he is. Is Mr. Donald J. Trump making a trillion mistakes out of insecurity and fear and narcissism and la 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 whatever title you want? Yes. And is everyone around him petrified and pooping their pants? Oh yes, they are. And Mr. J.D. Vance is too. So, I'm not being political, I'm being observational. And until people find a better way, I am trying to find a bridge to communicate, to be a role model, hopefully, and to walk the walk that I'm speaking, because I'm not judging anyone. I'm stating there are many, many ways that manipulation can come through. And one of the ways is we don't pay attention to. It's very esoteric. It's an energetic that doesn't come from the earth, hint, hint. And don't think that Mr. Pooty Pants doesn't do that too. He's probably one of them as an oversoul. And that explains a lot now, doesn't it? Mr. Drumpf, I think somewhere in the family, but not him, not them, no. No. And remember, for everything that is dark, there is light within that. Everything that chooses to act as a dark entity or actor, as we call it, not for the benevolence of all, not for the good of all, but those that do, they take a you know, a lot of souls. We all have a soul, at least multiple lifetimes, at least multiple, where we are not the hero and not the nice one. And we're the murderer, yeah. we're the one that, you know, hit the gas pedal on purpose just to run someone over. Unfortunately. Yeah, that was us, too. So if we can't find compassion in a shred, the fact that, here's the compassion, ready? Mr. Musk, Mr. Poo-Poots from Russia, Mr. from China, right? Mr. Gerda from Turkey, yeah. You see, I have my own ways of saying it. You can guess what Erdeberga is. Yeah. And Mr. Duterte. I think it's from the Philippines, Mr. Duterte. Or something like that. That one's another lovely. And I can name Venezuela, or not Venezuela, like from down South America, name you some of those lovely people. I can go off if you like. There's so many in the world. But they're on their way down because this is no longer their energy to support them. And it hasn't been supporting them since the year 2004? 3? 2000? And from 2000 to now, give or take, ish, in between years. And they've been flailing and trying to build up these massive walls and fortresses around them, and then suddenly they're just going to find everything fall. Now, when it falls, do we sit back and cheer? Yay! No, we do not. Well, I won't. You can do what you want. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to sit there and say, I hope your fall is not painful. And that's it. Does it make me any different? No, it's just my perspective. Because they chose to be what we'd call a villain, or the evil one. And the word evil backwards is live. They just chose a life to live. And they needed to show the counter to wake up certain parts of wherever, population, however. And that to me is curious. That's why I wrote curious. There's definitely a change. I do see there. Yeah, there are walls being pushed down. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Because right now, if we find a better way to be, kind of with more at peace with what we are and how we are, then why, there's no need to, that we won't need to judge. Like there wouldn't be even opportunity to judge because we just kind of look at ourselves and go, okay, but at one point we did something horrible too, yeah? Yeah. At one point someone else did something horrible, yes, yes. And I'm not excusing any actions because, yeah, free will is choice is choice, and you make your own choices, I get that. But like I'm saying, some get influenced differently and some don't. So if you think Mr. Musk is horrible, fine. If you think Mr. Trump is the worst thing on the planet, fine. But there are worse things out there. I'm not going to say that out. See, that's it. They say I'm not going to go any further. And I'm not just talking on Earth. There are worse things out there. And I'm just going to just digest that for a second again as well. Just take that in for 1 second. Because the smirk is hiding something on purpose. The change can be felt, but I also feel that people's free will be playing a big part on how this plays out. Yes, and that's exactly right. And that's what I'm concerned about, the free will. I'm concerned that people may or may not use their free will. And I want them to. So if you disagree with me, like I always say, fantastic. She said, funny, you're both thinking free will. Yes, exactly. Because the unity consciousness is based on free will. Everything is unity. And, I don't know if it's in here. Hold on. This is one of my notes. I keep notes nearby. I keep my notebooks nearby. Where's my finger? No, it's not in there. Probably in the other one. And this is my knitting. Hold on. Real time silly. Hold on. You can hear me rustling crap now. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Let's see. I wrote this down the other day. And I made a list of thingies. What I call universal laws and understandings. Basically, it's how the universe to me runs. And how, like, there are specifics on how things can be more beneficial. And not. And where did I put it? Give me a second, my friends. I wonder if I wrote it down. I did. It's in color. Look, this is how my brainstorm pops in. 2 seconds. I'm going to have it put in a book one day, so please do not take it and publish it, I trust. Now, I was looking at the numbers as numerology, and I was looking at the, more so like, not just Tibetan, but all kinds of numerology. But for me, the ones that popped up, I said, which ones would be most prevalent, especially at this time kind of thing. And this was written October 22nd. So just keep that in mind of this year. Yeah. So I was trying to understand. I've been doing this for a while now, and for quite a few years, about 8 years now, or at least 10 years, I've been getting the universal laws, but specifically. And there are many people online that have them, and it's wonderful. But one of my decks is definitely going to be, universal laws. And what that means is what governs the universe in which we live in, this one. And the multiverse, but mainly this one has specifics that the multiverse doesn't really tackle so much. Like polarity. Like we have polarity, but polarity is not polarity to them. Polarity is just like, whoo, that's cool. Like it's not even like a, oh, this is bad, this is good, this is black, this is white. It's basically, it's like, wow. Every time they come together and they push away from each other, wow. Like we call it attraction, wow. Or if we call it deflection, still a wow. So there's no judgment in it. I don't know how else to describe it. So I put it under 3 topics, and one of them was as above, so below, as within, so throughout. That's one. Another main concept, these are concepts, laws are concepts and thoughts. Another concept is unity, like I'm talking today about unity consciousness. So I wrote unity in terms of consciousness, connection, and oneness. So you're one with all the collective is one with you, and you're one with the source itself. You individually are one with the source itself. And then the third generalized concept I came with was creation manifestation based on frequency, vibration. I'm going to add the word waves, wavelength. Yeah, I like that. And I can't write on crayon now that I wrote it. All right. Okay, cool. So now, those are my thoughts on that. So now back to unity consciousness, just consciousness. Aside from the individual, aside from everybody else. Let's see what I love Harley's comments. It's like a test from the higher power on the population. You have to contribute individual energy more so than as a collective to drive humanity. Yes, exactly, to drive humanity in the right direction. That's exactly it. And how do you gauge yourself in the community to do that so you can go ahead and move forward? That is phenomenal. These are wonderful comments, Harley. Beautifully stated, all of them. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Nice. I like that. Because what is humanity going to do to try to drive itself into the right direction is absolutely right. Do we choose a vibration, a frequency that has been intended that came from pure love? Or did you choose something that wasn't? Out of pure anger or vitriol or mean or cruelty, or that's what comes back. And we all do it, trust me. That's why we get those moments in life you're going, oh crap. That's the full circle. That's compensation. That's one law. It's called law of compensation. What people say goes around comes around. I just call it full circle. Like, so if you started with, oh, you bucker butt, and then it goes back, and it goes around in a big circle. It loops, and then it comes back to you. And when it comes back in that divine timing, that is not a nice place to be. No. But that means you created it for yourself. That's all it is. And it's fine, you'll get through it. It's not a thing. It is a thing for the moment, but not to the end. In the end, it's an experience, and you learn from it. And that's where you expand and you grow. And when you grow and expand, you evolve. And then you raise that frequency, and it gets higher and higher, and your light gets brighter and brighter, and you get wiser and wiser. And you get closer to that unity consciousness, which is the oneness. So I put them in three concepts. There are quite a few laws. But the main concepts, I just put the laws that people usually coin. But to me, they're mainly 3 over umbrella concepts. And to me, the first one would be the most all-encompassing is unity. Unity consciousness, oneness, connection, coming together. Yeah, exactly. Exactly right. The vibration of frequency collection. That's love. That's right. Exactly right. And then and the second one is kind of a context of balance, equilibrium, and harmony. I wrote it. I was like, did I write harmony? Yes, I did. And it's kind of that symbol of the infinity. And that's as above, so below, so within, so throughout. What does that mean? As above, we say we have a higher self. There are those above us that are different to us. More of, let's say, light beings or light bodies. That's above. There's the angels. Those are what I call celestial creators. Those are creators. They are what people call the Gashas, which G-O with it on the end. I don't spell it because it's just an affront. Personal thing. So balance, harmony. But first it's unity consciousness Then we kind of meld into, if you are pure from within, then throughout everything is beautiful. And if you are, your intentions are meant for the collective throughout, like Harley said beautifully, love vibration of frequency collectively. Yes, collectively as well. If you have a love vibration that way, then it emotes to all. So that's from within. If you are within, coming from a pure place, it will show on the outside. You then will be a role model to those around you. They don't have to agree with you or like you. They could have been your frenemy, your enemy, your nemesis, whatever it is. But eventually, somehow, they might look at you one day and say, wait, I didn't like you before. Why do I like you suddenly? How did you do that? My life sucks right now. Or da-da-da-da-da. Help me out. What's going on? Even if they're nasty, it's still a compliment to you. Because you did something that you didn't get angry. You did. You could be angry. You could have thrown things. I throw pillows when I'm angry. I shit you not. There are a lot of pillows on the bed. Don't even think they're all over the hallway in the front of the door. I am not playing. I do it all the time. When I'm angry, I'm like, roar, and I throw a pillow. You do it. It's fine. But there are those. But I don't take it out on people. I take it out on pillows. I never take my anger out on anybody. I only take it out on pillows. Or I take a paper, or I take notes like this and get it in the paper. This is what I'm saying. There's a different way of presenting that. So if you're coming from within and you're pissed the crack off, good. Good. But guess what? Do it in a way it doesn't harm anyone else or affect anyone else. It doesn't even affect you, but it clears you. It takes it out. That's why you can kickbox and they go running and swimming and all these amazing things, which I wish I had access to, which was so cool. If I had a punching bag in my house, just imagine. I'd be even more quieter, even more zen. That would be so good. I'm about 80% zen. I can just love to be 100% zen. That would be so amazing. It would be amazing. Trust me. Yeah. Something to look forward to. So if you go within and you create throughout, it comes from that beautiful intention of love, like Harley said beautifully. And if we can do that, that's how this community is beautifully keeping itself together and supporting each other. And then we start creating. And that's the third main concept, because after you come in and out, thoughts start. And that's creation. Thoughts are creation. Concepts are creation. Everything is creation. And you can create just the idea of meeting someone. And there you go. You met them like a year later or two, and they're in your life. Fantastic. You wanted to be on a talk show or something, or you wanted to, I don't know, get this job somewhere. And there it is. You created that. That's manifestation. That's a beautiful manipulation. That's a positive, beneficial manipulation. When you help yourself, and you know you're going to help others by helping yourself, that is the best way. You help yourself to help others, fantastic. You help yourself to help yourself, no. And I'm saying it in a way to be clear. It will not come back to you, because there is a very distinct law called, excuse me, compensation. It can also be called cause and effect. This is kind of more of a cause and effect as well. Because what happens is you put it out there, it comes back. But what you cause affects you. And then, I usually don't use cause and effect, because I call cause and effect compensation. Harley says, you're absolutely right. It's about evolving and becoming stronger and gaining more control of yourselves versus others. How to work together, even as you personally disagree with personal differences. Exactly. Again, beautiful, perfect statements. Harley, you have a way with words. I'm very impressed. I love that. That is gorgeous. Perfect. I'm so happy I'm being clear. I appreciate that so much. So I know the time, but I appreciate even you just hanging out and just joining me with this. Because this is what I meant by teaching on my page. This is the kind of stuff that comes to mind. You know, there's a law of attraction. Now, that was a little. Did I give you a sneaky eyeball? Did I give you the sneaky eyeball? Yes, I did. I put that underneath as well. As above, so below, so within, so throughout. You'd think I'd put that under creation. No. It's more of what you put out there is exactly what Harley just said. What you put out there, don't try to control them, comes back to you. And stop. See, she's going to make her cry again. She's so nice. So this is why I find it interesting, because attraction was like, oh, the law of attraction is the secret, the secret. The secret's phenomenal. Oh, was it Esther Hicks? It was fantastic, right? Yeah? I think Esther Hicks. Another wonderful channeling source for the law of attraction and that form of. Now, let's put it this way. I need more. See, like one got too cold just now. See, I took it off and it got cold. Body temperature is weird. Can't play. The attraction is different because what you do attract will come to you. So if you create from a place of, you say, look, I have my two pretty, this is what I'm going to eat soon. I have two beautiful, gorgeous, delicious pears, and they're really good. These are organic ones. I got this from the superstore. And you say, I have nothing to eat. I want something nasty. Abraham X. Thank you, Abraham X. Thank you. That's you. I say Esther. I think Esther's the wife, or something. I'm sorry, I got it wrong. Abraham. Thank you. Perfect. And when they did the attraction thing, they weren't wrong. They're 100% correct that the attraction is there, but the law of attraction has to be a unified symbol. So I'm going to use my pretty pears. And when I said the infinity symbol, I meant the infinity symbol. Look at that. See? Goes from one end to the next, one end to the next, one end to the next. It has to balance each other. This perspective is different from this perspective. This doesn't look exactly the same now, does it? No. Are they still pears? Hell yeah. Do we have to appreciate it? Yeah. Are you abundant to have both? Yeah. If these were exactly the same every single time, your body would not be able to thrive. They tried to, as a funny side note in science, in New Zealand, I lived there for almost 10 years. There's the largest green parrot in the world, does not fly. This gorgeous little fatso. I love it. It's so like sassy, but it's under, it's endangered a bit, unfortunately. And this poor parrot had like two females, I think maybe two or three females to choose from. I know, right? So this poor parrot was trying, and they literally were trying to do this, trying to get this parrot to, like in the movie Rio, where they tried to get the bird to mate, because there were the two blue birdie thingies, and they were rare. So this bird was just this green parrot, this big, and like, I mean, they're chunky, they're huge, and they look like big, gorgeous, fat chickens, but like they're not like parrot head and everything. It's fantastic looking. You gotta look up this green parrot in New Zealand. I think it's called a cockapoo, not a cockapoo. Just look up biggest green parrot in the world. You'll find it. Non-flying, does not fly, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And this thing needed a mate because they were getting endangered. So you had a bunch of females, but the problem was, not many. No, it's not a cocktail. I know the cocktails are here. The white ones with the gorgeous with the, no. That's it's different. He's green and he's big. It's huge. You got to look him up. He's hysterical. It's funny when like you see him walking, you're like, he's like walking like this. He's all sassy. He's so cute. Such a cute thing. I loved it. But they gave him some mates to play with, to say, hey, that's a fly. Can you, make some babies? And the problem was genetically, the females were too close in genetics to this male. And because there wasn't enough variety and difference, literal DNA difference between those females and the male. He didn't copulate with the birds. So they didn't, I don't know if they had babies. Because if they did, I think if he did do it, unfortunately, they didn't have a very good survival rate for the eggs. So that's what I'm saying. That we need differences. We need actual differences. Yeah, they're pimping out the green bird. No, it was New Zealand. I know, right? That was in New Zealand. Yeah, the green bird's New Zealand. I'm sure it probably was from here too, but they do have it in New Zealand. So I'm not sure if it originated here or there, but just look up the biggest green parrot in the world. I found it funny. They did pimp him out. They did. Like, they pimp out a lot of animals. It's really funny. But they do it for their, because we've destroyed their environment. So what are we going to do now? We have to do something. And so this poor thing didn't have a variety. And so now they got stuck. And now, how do you, have genuinely unique experiences if you're attracting almost the same DNA or the same kind only? I'm not saying you have to go hug a MAGA person. I don't know. I'm even having trouble with that. But I'm saying, just let them be. Because whatever they've decided, I'm just going to tell you right now, from what I did see that I didn't say in the videos on purpose. Whew, not very good. What they voted for is not very good. They thought they'll keep their jobs. They thought they'll have their unions if they were in them. They thought they had job security. La, la, la. I can go on. But no. It's going to be the polar opposite. And when they're going to need help and compassion, let's hope that we're there for them. So this message is to say, can we find unity consciousness somehow in a space of absolute, oh my goodness. I think you can see the stress on my face, but I'm not really carrying it. I'm just kind of looking at it. And I carried it for a week and I couldn't walk. Could not walk. After 26 years, I've been maintaining it, my tailbone, and daily pain of like 5 out of 10 on a daily basis. And this was 150 out of 10. Let's just put it that way, all right? And I could not function. So I understand this is not going to be fun. But like Harley is saying, and I appreciate that she's getting what I'm saying as well. Thank you to whoever else is watching. There has to be more. There has to be something better. And you have to find it yourselves. And it's unity. It's a form of, my throat's going. And I have another trick up my sleeve. I have organic juice in here. I have to have something to... I'm going more organic. I like it. I like the feeling. Organic is fun. And not so unaffordable here. It's actually more affordable, which I'm very fortunate to have. Because the juices that I'm having in here, everything from a mango to a banana to limes to lemons to raspberries to elderberries to... It's amazing. Like, I even have turmeric and carrots in this thing, and cucumbers. It's amazing. Kakapo! Thank you, Harley. Kakapo. Yes, it's a kakapo. I knew it was. I wasn't too far off. Kakapo. Po. I kept calling it a poo, but it's a po. You're right. I think it's a Maori word, a tereo, for the indigenous people there. Well, not the indigenous. The indigenous, there's another group of indigenous before the Maori. And then the Maoris were there after. They kind of took over from those indigenous. And yeah, now I'm going to have New Zealanders mad at me. Even though I'm a New Zealander. As well. American, New Zealander, and now an Australian. Nope, I know. A lot of places have multiple indigenous backgrounds. Yeah, kakapo. So this is the thing. I want people to be more at peace. I really want you to find a better way. I want you to be, with all my tangents, I have my own little ADHD moments. I don't have that bad of it, but I do have that squirrel. Often it does. And then I come back to the center. So I often work from the center. So this is what I was saying. So I kind of wrote down the three basic main concepts that I worked out on October 22nd was unity or unity consciousness, balance and harmony, and vibration and manifestation. And how do we put these into play where it's beneficial for all, for ourselves? Let's be, like everyone's saying beautifully, conscious of each other. And, there'll be moments I'll have to hold back, and that's okay. And that's just me preserving me. But I think people need to find their own way through it. And I really hope, see my throat's the juice to clear my throat. I really hope, as a collective, we know how fortunate we are. And I know everyone does. And I know all the readers are struggling right now. But please do not say mea culpa more than you thought you had to. Because honestly, you're just doing what you saw. And what you saw is probably not over. And let me tell you, the divine timing, not over. This isn't even over. And come March, a lot of people saw March and February. It's not even over then. Meaning, it could turn in a more, beneficial direction. And this is not me being Pollyanna. This is me seeing what I saw. So that is a great possibility. But we have to make it happen. Like Harley's saying here, like so many people are saying. Get active. Be proactive on an intelligent level. Do what Indivisible did. Remember that group Indivisible when the first time Mr. Drumpf got, stole the show? Let's join Indivisible groups again. Learn our civic rights. Join, civic entities, local, federal. It could be anything. You can make a club. It could be a bowling club. It could be a reading club. It could be anything fantastic. It could be a drama club. Like I might even get my son to do some kind of music and drama. Honestly, anything. Make it fun. Make it inclusive of all. And please remember there are exceptions in society. Not everyone understands your social mores. Me included. Hence why I do these alone. Harley says, I was thinking about that. Maybe what they saw in the winnings for their state, the energy that was given to them was more of a local thing. That's exactly it. And because you just said it, local thing. That's what I heard, local. Locally, they know something's off. I genuinely saw before the election, even around the time when I wrote this list of 3 things, gotta move my legs. I saw them counting. I literally saw them hand counting, and excuse me again, getting the proper regulators, those that attend to get like a recount, without like having officially making recounts. You know what I mean? Like without calling like we're making a recount. No, they're probably going to do recounts quietly, and then have them with the regulators and like have cameras watching, regulators watching you count. Like you have a desk, you have 2 people, one person watching one person count, another person watching another person count. I'm not kidding. They're going to do, someone's going to do, like most areas will do this. And if it's not done, it's because the local government is skewed in a different political opinion, if you get what I'm saying. But if they do it, they already know that something is So they feel it in their bones. So they'll do what they can quietly and be like, hey, let's just allocate this much in our budget let's just count the votes again. If something feels funny, just in case. Just in case the ballots in the boxes, in the machines, when you vote in the machines, don't tally correctly, like Linda G is saying, like a whole bunch of people are saying, like quite a few readers. I mean, I didn't catch many, but if I didn't say your name, I'm sorry. But if you did catch it, then I had a feeling. You're not alone, let's just say. Because I saw this exact vision that people are catching now, or whenever they caught it, as a message that the tallies do not on the machines do not match the tallies of a hand count of a paper ballot. So what they might have to do, is check certain areas, like that person said, that anonymous person came in and gave to Linda G, because Linda G had someone come in very quietly and said, anonymous, blah, blah, blah.
We got the drink.
Hey, gorgeous.
Thank you.
Thank you, beautiful. And
now we just need to get the
what would you like to do now? Okay, you can go play my gorgeous one. Come on, John. Well, Mama.
What does that sound like?
Give me 5 minutes. That's an owl.
That sound?
That's a very fun owl. Go, mommy.
Yes, it's Fifi the skunk.
Oh, that's the skunk.
You have to say Fifi.
It's Fifi the skunk. Okay.
No.
Thank you, mommy. Go.
Say the words.
Say the words.
Fifi.
Fifi the skunk.
Nose.
Fifi nose.
Swiping.
Oh, Fifi nose wiping.
Good.
Okay, thank you. Okay, go, mommy John.
That's how.
Thank you, gorgeous.
That sounds like.
Another hint of where I come from. You caught that. The person gave an anonymous thing, and it made sense. Now, what they're saying made sense because what they said confirmed what I saw. That there would be hand ballot, paper ballots. Thank you, honey. I'll let him know. There will be paper ballots, and the paper ballots will then be recounted. And and so let's put it this way. Like, you may have done a paper ballot and then you put it into a box and then they fed it to a machine, if you know what I'm saying. And then if you take the paper ballots based on the machine and this one doesn't match the paper ballots, which is the machine, that's what the guy was saying. The individual was saying that they put the anonymous thing up. Could have been woman or man, it doesn't matter your gender. You know, that's that. And that's exactly my confirmation for what I saw, that they're going to count paper ballots and just stand there above, like as if I'm here and then someone's standing right here above me, and I'm counting. They'll be doing that per person individually, not 1 for 2, 1 for 1. And they will monitor, and they'll even have like a little camera, like imagine that's a camera right there, like, you know, like a little chest cam watching them at the whole time. And they will be able to monitor the entire thing. And then it will take time. So that's why we need to be so patient. And if that's what you want to create, that's what I'm creating. That's my manifestation for this election. Recount every single hand ballot possible, especially the ones fed into the machine. Yes, I said it. And then if you did, and then you find it's faulty, and you don't have all hand ballots, paper ballots, then guess what? Give them paper ballots. I think Loretta called them, from Mother's Day, provisional ballots. I think I called them emergency ballots or something. She's probably right. I just gave it a fun name. She's probably more correct. She probably is. She's always spot on, and I'm not as spot on as she is. So that's what I'm thinking. Maybe that would be the best way. We can do that. We can get the provisional or the emergency ballots to get redone and allow for not just certain areas, but let's just say the purple states and those purple counties and those specific gerrymandered areas. I saw every single one. I saw the map and I saw it all red and I was like, And then I saw purple, 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 purple. Yeah, see? Harley just said it. Yes, they did it in North Carolina. Right. That's what I'm saying. So each county, like you said, local is not wrong. That's the feeling I got. When they say grassroots, everyone's going, it's grassroots. Yes, it is. It's going to come from the base, the local, smaller communities that build up the bigger communities. I do feel there was a tampering with the algorithm. I 100% agree with this anonymous writer. 100,000,000% agree. So, like I said, I don't get political. If I get messages, I get a message. And yes, I did see hand ballots being counted and counted and counted and counted and counted over and over and over and over and over. And they'll say, oh, but there was, yes, there was. And then they'll show all the footage. And that takes months. So those are predicting February, March. You're probably not wrong. Yeah? And even if it's March, you might get inauguration March, April if you're lucky. I don't know. It's not going to hit June for that matter. No. It won't hit May. But March, April, something like that. April sounds good, feels good. Just don't do it April Fool's Day. People won't believe you. Just do it on a better day. Please do not have that kind of sense of humor, universe, please. Source, come on. They've been through enough. But they're on it. So there's more. There's intervention being made right now. The machines didn't work, so people were allowed to do paper ballots right away. Okay, nice. Where some places and others to come back later. Ah, see? I'm not watching the news. I don't know what's going on. So it is. So they've already started. It already started. Ha. That's awesome. See, that excites me. I know that's like, what are you talking about? That excites me. That's really cool. Thank you for letting me know. That's awesome. That helps. So I just noticed it's like 82 minutes and I don't want to take everybody's time. You're probably not going to watch the whole thing anyway, everybody. But if you watch snippets, I don't mind. That's my thoughts. I was curious about unity consciousness. Let's find a way to really be kind to each other. I love that Harley came with these excellent points. So just remember that when you see the news, read between the lines. Watch the tone of the person speaking if you watch. And I think this is the best advice I've heard is Cryon said it like 2-3 weeks ago. Don't watch the news, read the news. I think like ground news, but that was the actual voting, not the, okay. But, okay. So some areas were a little bit the opposite. I get what you're saying. Okay, cool. Thank you. Appreciate that. So, Cryon said, read the news and read accredited news. So what you can do is there's something called, I keep talking about this ground news. I just keep seeing this ad. I don't know what it's about. If that works for you, go for it. If whatever you find to be truly accredited and not like a completely biased, and I mean, like you'll know when it's biased. You know, if it's too good to be true for your opinion and you're like, oh, yeah, no. Look, read between the lines. I think it's called ground news or something like that. And there was another one that came up back in 2016 and so. There are a couple of them, I'm sure, out there that can do that you can check news and read the news. It'll be easier than watching it. And then you get more details. And you can read between the lines and get more in facts. And because if it is just unbiased, you'll know. You could also see what is quite biased and then be like, oh, that's lovely. So figure it out. But please be kind. Please find a way through this and take a deep breath. A really nice deep breath. Because this isn't going away, even when the election changes over, which it will, eventually somehow. If not now, later, it will. I don't technically see him that long in office, and if he is there at all, if he even gets in, I doubt it. There are quite a few timelines I'm seeing, so, but the one I'm looking at is he's not even inaugurated. So put it into what you want to create and create that. And do it out of the purest form of love that you have, not just for yourself, for everyone. And then when you do that, my only best advice, I mean, I say that anyway every time, but that's the whole idea. That's the premise of unity consciousness. So, for the best of all, and let's find a better way around that. So on that lovely, silly note, my child is now talking in the living room and getting very loud. So that's his indication of saying, "Okay, Mama, get off the phone." All right, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say thank you to Harley and whoever else is watching. Send my love to literally everybody, wherever you are, whatever you believe, whatever you do. And Harley, you're honestly a blessing. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Honestly, thank you, thank you, thank you. This was a wonderful conversation, even if it's just between us. And if somebody else gets to see it, they get to hear your beautiful words because I've read them, and I'm sorry, but they were so good I had to read them. So thank you for your wonderful insight. Thank you. And your support from anyone else who does watch this. Hang in there. It's going to be bumpy. As I say, gird your loins. It's going to get nasty. Find a quiet place within. I'm knitting, I'm writing, I'm drawing, I'm organizing, I'm putting together a business. I even decided to make candles for people. Woohoo! I got a candle making kit as a present from myself. Thank you, sweetheart. And what I'm going to start making candles. I'm going to get like oils and essences and stuff and start mixing it and I actually want to put stones in there where it doesn't damage. So I'm going to get like the quartzes, like I knew it's the hard level is a 7. I'm going to work from a 7. I know they say 5, but I want the 7, level 7 hardness, and that's basically a quartz. That's like an amethyst or citrine, most likely. I don't know if it's citrine. I'm not quite sure. It should be. The smoky quartzes, all the quartzes, and the rose quartzes and stuff. So I think those would work. And I'm going to look for the ones that won't get damaged with heat. Because some things get affected by heat and they change colors. Maybe that's cool too. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I'm in the works. Yeah, let's get in there. And we have a bunch of card decks to get started. And this week was meant to get the computer thing started and get my catalog up, and so I can make your card decks already, because I have literally 8 to 10 decks planned in my head, and I have 180 workable images. Imagine that. What can I do with that, huh? You never know. They may overlap in images, but I may even just duplicate a couple of images on a card. You never know. I may add some more and make new ones. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But we'll do it together. We'll hang in there. I got your back. I know you got mine. Breathe. Breathe. It will get better. Make it better. Choose the positive, benevolent for all timeline as best you can. And when chaos comes in, just say, not today, chaos. Bye-bye. She says here, Harley says, you will see things will turn out good. And along the way, humanity is going to learn about themselves. We're on the way to 2030. But that's for next time. That's right. 2030 is a marker. She's not joking, Harley. She knows exactly what she said. And I know what she said. There are many timelines for 2030. And 2030 can look atrocious. I'm not going to lie. Or can be the most beautiful experience you'll ever have. I'm going to choose a beautiful one. I'm going to start with myself. One of my favorite song is Man in the Mirror and The Rose. There are reasons for that. Find out what makes you happy. Go there. And on that silly note, thank you all for who did show up. And thank you all for who will show up. And thank you for all who didn't show up but still got the energy. I am honored. Thank you. Namaste. Be well, everyone. Bye, Harley, honey. Come on. Starting off is funny. Trust me. It's always going to be funny with me.